and the NOI too. How come you don't know about Drew? Ask your teacher, Master Masons, or your seafood. How come you don't know about Drew? Go ask your reverend, ask your fam or crew. How come you don't know about Drew? Ask the warlocks of rap, sipping evil witches brew. How come you don't know about Drew? Elijah Poole Bay is the Moorish national. Elijah Muhammad is the straw man shadow. York after Malachi is owned by the British. Zadok El is on the bureau waiting for the idiots. Mask of Gods is the Wapian's birthright. Teach from Nuwapian Morse paper they wanna fight. Circle 7 is the universal flag. I rep that. And Clarence 13X is my dad. Drew Ali came first to save the mindless masses. Went from Moorish conventions to conscious classes. Went from fezzes to kufis to baseball hats. Went from Rasta to Moorish. Replace El Sash. Replace the RBG banner with a Moroccan flag. Replace Ras with cheek. Blacks get toe tag. Selassie Triple Crown is a fez with no tassel. Showing temple cards as ID with no hassle. Ask the Garveyite and the NOI too. How come you don't know about Drew? Ask your teacher, Master Masons, or your seafood. How come you don't know about Drew? Go ask your reverend, ask your fam or crew. How come you don't know about Drew? Ask the warlocks of rap, sipping evil witches brew. How come you don't know about Drew? Illuminate rap and masons, rhyming Morris science, hip-hop renaissance, reverse Earth's global climate. Out the dark ages, many pages get burned without the chance to flip, be read or turned. No learning, blacks enslaved by the vermin. The Moors victim to inquisition is purging. The government violating the covenant of contract. Hip-hop general Iron Sheik, no squad to bomb tracks. Moors branded like Louisville slugger bats. With a name not theirs, void ab initio contract. Most don't get it, cause they don't study the law. But they come from the galaxy behind the furthest star. To fight legal battles, they hire the bar. Who obtains leave cause you abandon your rights thus far. Told you on Iron Sheik 2, no need to represent. Just study the prophet and what he presents. Most don't stand for what he defends. Most elders over their mouth, they need the pens. Higher self ascends, lower he descends. Conscious without a nation means he pretends. She pretends, which means we pretend. Pick up abandoned birthrights and the healing begins. Build on pillars strong like 7 node alleged twins. Iron Sheik 100%, most are partly skim. Ask the Garveyite and the NOI too. How come you don't know about Drew? Ask your teacher, Master Masons, or your seafood. How come you don't know about Drew? Go ask your reverend, ask your fam or crew. How come you don't know about Drew? Ask the warlocks of rap, sipping evil witches brew. How come you don't know about Drew?
Steve Harvey was reteaching Monique on how to follow the sellout manual.
Damn!
You know that nigga, don't you?
Oh, used to write for him. I know him very well.
I did my best to really listen to it, and she did her best too. Everyone who watched it was looking at her steam and how disgusted she was by him trying to convince her that she was wrong for maintaining integrity.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing, we got to flex a different way. We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game. We in the money game. And you cannot sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. You cannot help them.
We're in the money game, but let me tell you what the game is before the money game. Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. And we've lost the integrity worrying about the money.
But Mo.
Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. And we've lost the integrity worrying about the money.
But Mo.
Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. And we've lost the integrity worrying about the money.
But Mo.
Mo don't come from motherfuckers, it's not a word, nigga. It's a terminology from dudes that was in law and that was more sciences, man. They used to greet each other like Islam, Mo.
She chose to stand on integrity and she said, Steve, I hear what you're saying. He said, this is not the black man's game. This is not the white man's game. This is, well, let me go ahead and correct his statement. He's actually 100% correct when it comes to not being the white or the black man. No, it's the international banking Zionist Ashkenazi Jews game. Let me be very clear, which is also Caucasian regardless. So yes, you could say white, but just be very specific. Yes, it is their game entirely, but the white man works directly under them and they are cousins.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So that's number one. Number two, he said this is not the white man's game or the black man's game. This is the money-making game, the money game.
You know, they said there's no reason why an organization like the Nation of Islam should be getting any money from the federal government. This isn't necessarily just, you know, a freedom of religious issue. Obviously, it's fine to have materials, things like that, that you can read in a prison, but this is about federal funding going to this group.
Alana, where do you see this all going? Do you expect this funding to continue?
Well, it has dropped down under President Trump. Under President Obama, it was about 5 times more funding was going to this. So we've really seen it drop off a lot in the last 2 years. And I don't know if that trend is going to continue. But, you know, the Bureau of Prisons didn't say whether they're going to cut off this program or not. It seems like they're kind of defending it in some ways. So we'll have to just wait and see on that.
She said, but wait a minute, Steve, before it was the money game, it was the integrity game. And she said, we lost our integrity and we left the integrity game for the money game, Steve. And then he said, well, hold on, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. He literally started jiving.
Old foghorn
he actually
leghorn
started
ass.
to, well, wait a minute. So I'm just, now hold on, Monique, you got to understand. I said, wait a minute. Right, I said, this right here, it was disgusting to watch such a display right after the blackface history lesson has been taught in the last 2 to 3 days.
So don't let them fool you. Have you think that they're not down with the coon train. Remember, people's giving honors to people that went to Cuba and they stood up for certain stuff and all that stuff. But I get mad at some European corporation for putting out something. All about the Negroes who support it. But ban all them. No boycott on Fendi though. Now I'm gonna boycott Ralph Lauren and boycott all these liquors that these guys are making, teaching our people to be drunkards. You're not gonna ban those. How about you ban all those guys' liquors? How about all the different weed strains that these guys came out with? That who knows what's in those? Because all of it, people passing out from weed's not high enough, so we take more stuff. We're not boycotting all these cough syrup people that these guys mixing the liquor with. Not gonna boycott them. Tell me some BS about some blackface. When the real blackface, the original blackface, the original blackface is Zwart Piet, Black Peter. Forget about whether Santa, white or black. Let's talk about Piet. Zwart Piet, helper of the traditional Dutch St. Nicholas Sinterklaas during his visits to children. Zwart Piet or Black Piet depictions have drawn heavy criticism. Called Piet or Pieten in Holland, this character has deep roots in traditional Netherlands folklore. Pieten appears in the Netherlands as Spanish Moors since the 1500s. So these people have been celebrating some blackface before these people start saying some Jim Crow BS. Because the Jim Crow BS is BS.
Blackface was them honoring the Moors, bringing their stuff that they used to do in Europe over here, because now they're over here. And they don't have to, they could do new stuff now because they're in the new land, the new world, where the old stuff doesn't apply. Which they're proving that you can't bring that stuff over here because the Negroes over here are gonna get mad that you're honoring the Moors, which is them. And people want to know why we're fried. How come it's us? Spanish Moors is the foundation of so-called blackface. It's not some Europeans, Jim Crow, depict the black man, the watermelon eater, and all the crap that you guys are talking about. And she knows. So she wasn't playing the BS. That blackface is Black Pete. Blackface is not the stuff from Jim Crow. Blackface is really Black Pete, which is the Moor that was with Santa Claus, giving out gifts to children in Europe. Had the feather and all that. So don't let these ex-Moor Science Temple of America people try to take you away from your birthright, talking about they know something. Plain.
For him to get up there and start jiving and dancing for Massa because he know Massa's watching. And I love Steve for the work that he has done and for whatever good he does continue to do. However, to tell a black woman at this time in America, right after the situation with the blackface and all of this came out, to tell her that she's basically, in so many words, listen, you should just take the money. Don't maintain integrity. You should. He said, you can't tell me that I'm going to sit here. I need to not feed my family. He said, I shouldn't not feed my family. No, I'm going to make this money. Get the money. But see, this is why it disgusted me. He's worth $140 million as of right now.
Why would the federal government need to fund Nation of Islam religious studies in prison?
The assumption that that we are the center of the world, and I think younger generations are recognizing that not only are we not the center of the world, but we are responsible for so many of the problems the world is experiencing now, and especially the fact that the sign of U.S. democracy has become the prison. Wherever the U.S. goes to save democracy, they bring prisons. So the system can't be fixed. If the system can't be fixed, maybe it can be abolished. And maybe we can imagine other ways of addressing problems that this criminal justice system pretends to but cannot solve.
Minister Farrakhan said, those of you who are the elders in the generation, some of you will have to die in order for the current generation to live. Now, see, this is why I said I want to be careful with what I say, but he said it before and he made it publicly known. He said, those of you who are the weak of this elderly generation, he said, some of you in my age group and a little younger are one of the greatest stumbling blocks in the progress of our children. And he said some of them will rise up and kill you for the lies that you continue to tell them, and you made them weak, so where their future would have been brighter if you would not have been in the way.
Dreamy and drooling, falling for the fooling. Mental slaves sell out or get bought out for cooning. Being your example to follow with no strain. Meant means mind, so govern and entertain is more than you imagine. Carbon is melanin, Quran and Bible angels are cherubim and seraphim. Riding on the light angles, traveling at warp speed. We created crossbreeds, now we can't walk free. The mind is the plantation, everything is mental. Even filling your brother with lead like a pencil. Mercenaries with chalk use bodies as a stencil. If rival gangs won't stop you, barbed wire fence will. It could take more, but it might take less. Cursing your God on Job's, cash in the fake checks. Spending fake monopoly money, counterfeit at best. When you see something is wrong, you need to counter it best as you can. You don't need a magic wand or to click your heels twice to escape dreamland. Just use your mind. If you can't relate, you're living in an illusion, slave to the dream state. If you just heard about Drew Ali, don't think he's late. He brought nationality and link back to your East state. As Negro and black, we act like we can't see straight. Shaken by the shoulders, waking from their dream state. If you just heard about Drew Ali, don't think he's late. He brought nationality and link back to your East state. As Negro and black, we act like we can't see straight. Shaken by their shoulders, waking from their dream state. Invasion. Drew Ali, my water when the fire starts blazing. Running with the holy buckets, the Caucasian. While Asiatics daydreaming, mental stargazing. Not paying attention, but paying taxes and fines. Nas said the world is yours, he really meant mine. If I ruled the world, you wouldn't want to be black. You wouldn't want to be a deadbeat dad or be whacked for sure. You wouldn't want to be the dirty moral leader, convicted and facing my firing squad either. You won't be put in a box, forget the cedar. Taking tires off cars at unexpired meters. If I ruled the world, dirty Moors would hate it. Find them with their wrists slit in bathrooms naked. Find them holding scimitar handles slumped over with suicide notes to Jehovah. If you just heard about Drew Ali, don't think he's late. He brought nationality and link back to your East state. As Negro and black, we act like we can't see straight. Shaken by the shoulders, waking from their dream state. If you just heard about Drew Ali, don't think he's late. He brought nationality and link back to your East state. As Negro and black, we act like we can't see straight. Shaken by their shoulders, waking from their dream state. Dream a little dream, wake up from the nightmare. Dream a big dream, live your life in fright, scared to change. When everything that grows must do such or stay stagnant. Living your life as a pageant, made up faces with eyeliner and makeup, created by the same ones you call racist. Wake up, allow their dignity and exercise patience. Don't shock them too hard with electrifying statements. Everything cloudy, mind acting rowdy, hypnotized by Pied Piper, signing rap ungodlies. Having so much influence, youths won't pull their pants up, looking like a jailbird, begging for some handcuffs. In a dream state, getting grands up for freedom. Fiat is a slave to banks, you better see him. No different than the people are slaves to brand names. Move from dream to reality, change the landscape. He started from the top, don't listen to your man Drake. Only till clan hates and Masonic handshakes don't work. Moors are back, do your homework and assignments. Realize Moorish is the science. If you just heard about Drew Ali, don't think he's late. He brought nationality and link back to your East state. As Negro and black, we act like we can't see straight. Shaken by the shoulders, waking from their dream state. If you just heard about Drew Ali, don't think he's late. He brought nationality and link back to your East state. As Negro and black, we act like we can't see straight. Shaken by their shoulders, waking from their dream state.
Thank you.